Hello, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today we are going to present about our group project, defect and issue analysis about plastic defect. First, let me introduce our group member. The first one is me, Mahathir bin Muhammad Akhar, DB24001. And then Muhammad Haziq bin Muhammad Auli, DB240184. And then Haziq Asfar bin Khairul Anwar, DB240197. And then Nur Amira Syafiqah binti Nazrul Hisham, DB240071. And the last one, Muhammad Faiz bin Roslan, DB240188. So let me pass this presentation to the next presenter. Thank you.
Thank you, Mahathir. So, I will continue for introduction to defect and analysis. In today's business world, a company must work hard, offer good price, and produce high quality product to stay successful. Only strong companies can survive and grow. Good product quality help keep customer happy and loyal. PT-XYZ is one of 925 plastic package company in Indonesia. It makes items like cosmetic bottle. The company want to be the best in the industry by offering great service and high quality products. PT-XYZ has problem in production. Some products have black spots, leaks and DT oil. So the biggest problem is with the 30 ml bottle. Around 3 to 4% of them are defective. So the study want to know how many products are faulty and how good the quality level is. That's why the study use Six Sigma and Kaizen method. So I will continue problem identification. The company is facing a high number of defective products, especially in the 30 ml cosmetic bottle line. Therefore, the study focus on analyzing defect in this product. The study focus on analyzing defect in 30 ml cosmetic bottle product produced by PT-XYZ using Six Sigma and Kaizen method. Three main types of defect were identified. First, black spots, 74%. Black spot defect that are usually found on the surface of the bottle. And the second is leaking, 40.1%. Leaking defect are defect that are often found in the bottle products when the products leak testing process is carried out. And lastly, DT oil, 11.9%. DT oil defect are defect characterized by DT or oil stains on the surface of bottle products. That's all.
Okay, thank you Haziq. And now I will continue this presentation again. So for this part, I will continue to present about the first defect, which is black spot, about the root cause, the detailed plan and solution, and also the implementation. So for the root cause, as shown at fishbone diagram, there is 5 factors that that influence the amount of black spot defect, which is the first one is method. The method use of uncovered material tube or not according to SOP. And then the next factor is environment, which is dust around machinery and production area. And then a machine factor, which is scale on the engine head, heater error, and temperature exceed standard. And next, another factor is material, which is material mixed with reject bottle mill material contaminate with foreign matter. And the last one is human factor or man, which is lack of operator awareness and concern for the cleanliness of machine and production area. So this is the main cause or the root cause that make the black spot defect increase. Okay, so as we see at the root cause, there is we can conclude that all that defect happen because of the surrounding that we can improve uh, as we do the good working ethic. So now I will continue about detailed plan of solution and also the implementation. So the plan to improve or to prevent the black spot defect, I give 3, which is the first one is provide training related to 5S, and then provide a covered material bin, and the last one is conduct regular heater checks. So for the provide training related to 5S is to we cater the man factor or the human factor lah. So the implementation is conduct SOP briefing related to 5S every year to remind the worker about the SOP, and then displaying infographic on the machine so that the worker that work at that machine can read regularly and they will remember about the SOP. And then the last one, the implementation about provide training related to 5S is leader must be responsible for ensuring compliance with the SOP. So leader must take part on this thing to make sure all the workers do the SOPs to make sure that the human factor can be reduced and the black spot will be reduced also. And then another plan is provide a covered material bin. So for this part, we can prevent material and method factor that I mentioned before, that the covered material bin allow worker to separate the damaged material before they are put into the grinder. So when we provide a good facility, and this is the example of the facility which is covered material bin, so the workers can separate the damaged material before they put the material into the grinder. So the damaged material not go into a grinder. The material bin must be easy to move so that we can easy to remove the material if the bin is full, and have a big storage and also have a good strength. And the last one is conduct regular heater checks. So that is the plan. The implementation is establish a scheduled cleaning program, and that is use non-abrasive chemical cleaning agent suitable for plastic mold system. And the third one is introduce a boroscope inspection to detect internal build-up. And the last one is record inspection in a digital maintenance log. So this is how we can implement the solution that we give. So that's all from me. I pass to the next presenter, Amira, to continue this presentation. Thank you.
So right now I'm going to explain about the detailed plan of solution and implementation for the second defect of the bottle, which is leaking defect. So as you can see, there are three factors or causes that can affect the bottle which is leaking. And the first one is machine, and then human factor or man or workers, and then the last one is method. So for machine factor is blueprint setting is not center, and then for human factor is lack of picker understanding regarding product treatment, and for method factor, the first one is improper knife sharpening method, and the last one is blueprint setting method is not correct. So this slide is showing the causes for the leaking defect, and if we improve all of these causes by have a SOP, and then we learn the right method to use, so that we can make sure or we can prevent from leaking defect is continuous, or we can prevent the quantity of defect product become more lower. So the next slide I'm gonna explain about the improvement suggestion for these causes for leaking defect. From leaking defect in product bottle in PTXYZ company, there are several improvement suggestions given for each of the following factor. So the suggestion were generated by using the Kaizen 5M checklist method, and then the improvement suggestion were analyzed using the Kaizen 5-step plan. So the first improvement suggestion is provide SOP refreshment. So standard operation procedure is used to know the correct way to handle the product that are considered out of specification. Product that are not accepted need to be reprocessed because the product may not be suitable or for intended use. The following are the SOP used in the product treatment. So the first one is ensure that the bottle meets the set standards and does not have any damage, and then ensure that the shape and size of the bottle reach the sets of specification, and then perform tests on the resistance to temperature, pressure, and chemical use, and then ensure that the label placed on the bottle is correct and does not come off easily. Record each inspection carried out in the quality control system, and then ensure that products that have a damage and not meet the standard are separate in the reject section. Therefore, we can avoid the leaking defect continuous in the product production. The second improvement suggestion is do a refreshment training. So if the alignment of the blow pin is not correct, the bottle may become too thin, causing holes and leaking. This will then result in the bottle being damaged and not having the correct shape. So before using the operating blow pin, the method of installing the blow pin must be studied carefully first so that the method used is accurate and does not affect the blow pin process during the production process. Therefore, we need to study about the method to install the blow pin correctly. Let's have three methods to install the blow pin correctly, and the first one is position, and then angle and alignment. The fourth one is periodically check the position of the blow pin. So there are three position of the blow pin that we need to check, and the first one is visual inspection using reference point, and then proximity or contact sensors, and the last one is using digital linear scales or LVDT, linear variable differential transformer. The fifth improvement suggestion is replacement of blow pin threads and bolts. So replacing the threads and bolts of blow pin involve a carefully mechanical process. Accuracy and cleanliness are needed to ensure the proper alignment and operation. So the following is a step-by-step description that you can adapt to your mission-specific design and your standard safety protocols. So there are 8 steps that you can follow to replace the bolts and threads of the blow pin. The first step is shut down the isolate machine, and then access the blow pin assembly, remove current bolts, and then inspect the thread condition and clean the mating surface using any clean cords or compressed air, and then install bolts on new thread component, and then tighten the bolt to the specification needed. And the last one is reassemble and test. So by reassemble and test, we can reset the machine and put the carding back together, and then to ensure that the blow pin are aligned and moving properly, we can perform a dry run.
On the right side, you will see a fishbone diagram outlining the root causes of dirty oil. It highlights contributing factors under categories like man or human, method, and machine, helping us target improvements at their source. By following these best practice or procedures, we aim to significantly reduce the occurrence of dirty oil and ensure longer-lasting, reliable machinery for performance. That's all for me. Thank you. Assalamualaikum, my name is Muhammad Faiz bin Roslan. Today I want to present about detailed plan of solution and implementation. We have structured the plan into 4 key stages to ensure effective seal installation and oil system reliability. For the first is preparation. We begin by cleaning the work area, removing any dust or trash that might contaminate the components. The shaft and housing are thoroughly inspected for any damage. Then we verify the correct seal size and material to avoid mismatch during installation. Second, cleaning and lubrication. This step is crucial. We degrease the shaft and housing to eliminate any residues and then apply only clean. Filter lubricant and never use recycled oil. This ensures a clean start and reduce contamination risk right from the beginning. Third is seal installation. Proper alignment of the seal is critical. We strictly avoid the use of hammers, which can damage the component. Instead, we use the right tools and press the seal to the correct depth as specified by the manufacturer. Fourth, and the last one is verification and monitoring. Once installed, we conduct a manual rotation test to confirm smooth movement. We also perform a visual check to ensure there are no bugs or gaps around the seal, which could indicate improper seating.
Thank you, Mira. Now I will continue about result and discussion. Now I will explain about the main problem that cause defect in our product and how we can fix them using the Kaizen method. Kaizen means making small change every day to improve our work. Right now, we have 3 big problems, which is black spots, leaking, and dirty oil. Black spots happen when the machines are not clean, the raw material are dirty, or the operator does not follow the correct step. This makes the product look bad and not safe to use. Leaking happens when the blow pin is not set properly or when the operator does not know how to adjust it the right way. This can cause the product to lose its shape or not hold liquids. Dirty oil happens when machine part like seals are broken or not installed properly, which makes the product oily and dirty. To fix all of this, we will train all our staff to follow 5S rules and standard procedure (SOP) so they understand the right way to work. We will also clean and check the machines on a regular schedule to keep them in a good condition. Before using any raw materials, again we will check and remove any that are dirty or damaged. We will use clean clothespins to stop dust and oil from getting in. We will also replace old or broken parts like seals and blow pins to make sure everything works well. By doing all of these small steps, we can reduce the number of defects, makes better quality product, and work towards teaching Sigma, which means very few or almost no mistakes in our production. Thank you.